podcast where we explore daily English conversations in a fun and insightful way. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Mason. Today, we're diving into the topic of finding balance in a busy world. It's something we all struggle with, right, Sophia?
Absolutely, Mason. In today's fast-paced life, it's crucial to find that equilibrium between work, relaxation, and personal time. How do you manage to find balance, Mason?
Well, Sophia, it's definitely a challenge. I try to prioritize my tasks and allocate specific time slots for work, exercise, and relaxation. What about you?
I agree. Planning is key. I make sure to set aside time for hobbies like reading or going for walks. It helps me unwind after a hectic day. Speaking of hobbies, Mason, do you have any favorite activities that help you relax?
Oh, absolutely. I love cooking. Trying out new recipes on weekends is my way of unwinding. It combines creativity and relaxation for me. How about you, Sophia?
That sounds delightful, Mason. For me, it's yoga. It not only helps me stay fit but also clears my mind. It's like a mini escape from the daily hustle.
That's wonderful, Sophia. Finding those moments of peace amid our schedules is so important. How do you handle work-life balance, especially with all the demands of modern life?
It's definitely a juggling act, Mason. I try to set boundaries, like not checking emails after a certain hour and making time for friends and family. It keeps me grounded. What about you?
I completely agree. Disconnecting from work at the end of the day is crucial. I also try to maintain a routine that includes regular exercise and quality time with loved ones. It helps maintain perspective.
Absolutely, Mason. Balance isn't just about time management, but also about mental and emotional well-being. It's about feeling fulfilled in different aspects of life, wouldn't you say?
Spot on, Sophia. It's about finding that sweet spot where you feel productive at work, yet still have energy for personal passions and relationships. It's a continuous journey.
Well said, Mason. Our listeners, finding balance in a busy world isn't easy, but it's achievable with some mindful planning and self-care. What advice would you give someone struggling to find balance, Mason?
I'd say start small. Take small steps each day towards creating a balanced routine that works for you. And don't forget to prioritize self-care. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's okay.
Absolutely, Mason. And remember, it's okay to ask for help or guidance if you're feeling overwhelmed. We're all in this together.
That's right, Sophia.
Mason, we touched on finding balance earlier. How do you prioritize your tasks to manage your time effectively?
It's all about prioritizing the important tasks first. I use a to-do list and rank tasks based on deadlines and importance. That way, I tackle the most crucial things first.
That sounds organized. Mason, what advice would you give our listeners who struggle with procrastination?
Procrastination can be tough. I find breaking tasks into smaller steps helps. It makes daunting tasks feel more manageable. What about you, Sophia? Any tips for staying focused?
Absolutely, Mason. I try to minimize distractions, like putting my phone away when I need to concentrate. Setting specific time blocks for tasks also helps me stay on track.
Great strategies, Sophia. Now, let's talk about stress management. How do you handle stress in your daily life?
When I feel stressed, I take short breaks to breathe deeply or go for a walk. It clears my mind and helps me refocus. What about you, Mason? Any stress-busting techniques you swear by?
Exercise is my go-to stress reliever. Whether it's hitting the gym or going for a run, it helps me unwind and boosts my mood. Plus, it's good for staying healthy.
That's true, Mason. Physical activity is a great way to combat stress. Now, let's switch gears a bit. How do you maintain productivity without burning out?
It's important to know when to take breaks. I follow the Pomodoro technique, where I work for 25 minutes and then take a short break. It keeps me refreshed and productive throughout the day.
That's a smart approach, Mason. It's all about working smarter, not harder. For our listeners, finding these techniques that work for you can make a big difference in managing a busy schedule.
Absolutely, Sophia, and remember, it's okay to ask for help or delegate tasks when needed. We all need support sometimes.
Wise words, Mason.
Sophia, finding balance isn't always easy, but it's definitely worth the effort. How do you approach maintaining a balanced life?
You're right, Mason. It's about making conscious choices. I try to listen to my body and mind, knowing when to push forward and when to take a step back. What about you?
I agree, Sophia. Listening to ourselves is crucial. I also believe in the power of saying no when necessary to avoid overcommitting and feeling overwhelmed.
That's a great point, Mason. Saying no can be liberating. It allows us to focus on what truly matters. How do you ensure you make time for self-care amidst your busy schedules?
It's about setting boundaries, Sophia. I carve out time each day for activities that recharge me, whether it's reading a book, taking a long bath, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in peace.
Those sound like wonderful ways to unwind, Mason. Self-care is indeed non-negotiable. Now, let's talk about the role of relationships in achieving balance. How do you nurture your relationships while managing everything else?
It's about quality over quantity, Sophia. I make sure to prioritize spending meaningful time with loved ones, even if it's just for a short coffee break or a phone call. What about you?
I agree, Mason. Relationships are like plants, they need nurturing to grow. I try to stay connected with friends and family through regular check-ins and gatherings whenever possible.
Absolutely, Sophia. Now, let's share some light-hearted moments. Do you have any funny anecdotes about trying to maintain balance in your life?
Oh, I remember once trying to juggle work deadlines while attending a friend's birthday party. Let's just say, multitasking didn't quite work out as planned.
Haha, I can imagine, Sophia, finding that balance between work and play can lead to some amusing situations. It's all part of the journey, right?
Exactly, Mason. Life's about finding joy in the chaos. And sometimes, laughter is the best remedy for a hectic day.
Well said, Sophia. As we wrap up today's episode, what final thoughts do you have for our listeners on their own quest for balance?
I'd say, trust yourself, be kind to yourself, and remember that balance is a lifelong pursuit. Small steps each day can lead to big changes in how we approach our lives.
Wise words, Sophia. Remember, everyone, balance looks different for everyone. Find what works for you and embrace it fully.
That's right, Mason. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We hope you found today's conversation helpful and inspiring.
Until next time, take care and keep striving for that balance, no matter where life takes you.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Maison.
Until next time, see you soon.